Cool.
Welcome back. So last time, you were all prepared and traveled up to the Air District, where you were meeting with Incantor Ostrom. It took a while, but after entering the Citadel, you had waited a bit and were brought in and had met Encounter Ostrom for the first time, as well as a few faces that you have seen before and a few that you haven't. During the meeting, Mallant made it known that he does not trust you all, but with lack of evidence of anything, those suspicions were put aside. That being said, you came out after delivering your missive. Incantor Ostrom basically said that he can't comply with the missive at this time until the Shatterkai are dealt with, finally. And basically tasked you with helping them out so that they can achieve this. You were then dismissed and spoke with Ethri, who kind of gave you the free use of her Viscerab riders for the day to check out the rest of the Air District. As you are now waiting outside of the stable, you see Ethri, who is now leaving, flying on their much bigger Viscerab. And you see why am I blanking on the name? Fuck the lizard man. Why am I blanking on his name suddenly? Crux. Crux is looks at you all and he says, "Well, guess that's my cue to check out some of these places. I'll catch up with you all later."
All right, have fun, lad.
All right, good luck.
All right, and he sort of walks off, talks to one of the Vesserab riders, hops on, and you see him fly away. One of the guards that you recognize, Dren, who is one of the guards, the Vesserab riders that helped you when you were taking over the boat, comes up and he says, "All right, well, we can take you to any of these places, but I don't think you'll be able to get into Shadow Heights. So any of the other places is fine."
What's Shadow Heights?
Shadow Heights is a residential district mostly geared to upper class nobility and whatnot. So I don't think that unless you have an invitation, you're going to be able to check the place out.
Oh, alrighty. Good to know. Thank you. I gotta think about it. Let's see. So, let me just notes.
I know Jafira had a goal that he wanted to do up here, but I don't know if he remembers it.
I do remember it. I'm just putting down something in my notes.
So just to refresh your memory, on your flight over, you saw a number of different islands. One that seemed to kind of look like a town square. One of that looks like an upscale residential area, which you now kind of assume is Shadow Heights. You see a mausoleum or a cemetery of sorts. Something that looks like a temple, and a place that looks to be more educational focused.
Alrighty, well, I'll go ahead and I'll walk up to Brent and ask, "Hey, do you happen? I was suggested by an earlier blacksmith on the ground. He told me about."
Wait, I'm sorry. Who are you walking up to?
I think I might have mispronounced it. Brant.
Did you say? No, it's Dren.
Oh, Grand. Okay,
I was
sorry. I
like, who's
misheard.
Brent?
Nah,
Who is
nah.
this guy?
No, Dran. Okay, I walk up to Dran and ask, "Hey, do you happen to know of a blacksmith that are like in these districts? I remember being recommended one from one of the lower districts on the ground by another blacksmith."
He's going to think for a second. He says, I don't really know any blacksmiths personally. Most of our, weapons come from the armory. That is, its own thing. So you'd have to look around.
Oh, alrighty. Well, thank you anyway.
Yes, but you might want to try the high market. That's where there's a lot of stores and such there.
Oh, alrighty. Well, in that case, uh, can y'all take me to the high market, please?
Okay. What about the
Oh,
rest
that
of you?
sounds interesting. I'll tag along with you.
Okay. All right. What about the rest of you?
I'll go with them.
Okay.
I'm curious to see.
Yes,
They
why
fight.
don't we all just go?
Ooh, a bit of a shopping spree, maybe.
All right. Okay. So Dren just kind of signals everyone on his side, and you all mount up and fly over. And just to get just a basic look, I mean, these aren't very big floating islands, but they're big enough. Like you've heard the stories of these floating cities that the Netherese used to use, especially recently with Thultanthar and Sakors, which are the most recent of these floating cities to crash and be demolished. These are nowhere near the kind of size of that. In fact, it would be to call these like floating islands is pretty. It's pretty interesting. They're not huge. They do seem to house a number of people, but because of the size and kind of the distance in between, it's nowhere comparable to a full city up here. So what you're seeing is a very condensed town square. There is a kind of circle that you can see in the middle as you're flying slightly above this island coming in. And in the middle of this circle, you can see a clock tower coming from the middle. A lot of dark colors used in the construction of this stuff. But, not nearly as dark as the stone used for the citadel that you have just left. You can see that there are a number of people here, but it is not. The amount of people here aren't as compact as the buildings are. Mostly what you're seeing, from what you can tell from up here, is mostly there is residential here, but you can see that from the center of the town that there's a lot of shops and whatnot. Like you can see actually if Jafiri, since this is what you're looking for, go ahead and make a perception check.
Alrighty, I shall. Ooh.
Nope. You are baffled by this. I mean, I think it's so interesting to see like a thriving group of people like so secluded from everything else, even though there's a city right beneath them. It's just astounding to you. You're not really paying attention to anything. The rest of you can see like little shops, just kind of like carts and whatnot. You see people coming and going. But you land on to the outskirt of where this sort of circle of buildings are. And the Shadow Var dismount and help you all dismount. Help get the harnesses off of Jafiri. And it says, so Dren comes up to you all and says, all right, we'll give you a few hours but we do have other obligations, so try not to take too long.
Alrighty, will do.
Okay. So this is a new area for you. How are you trying to get information on what's around?
Hmm. I guess, very first thing, I'll just, like, take a general look at my surroundings.
Sure. Um, yeah, I mean, it's still, now that you're kind of closer to the ground, you can see that this is not really much different from any other town. The buildings are a little bit more narrow. Um, y- they're tall. You would expect that these are multiple floor buildings. It's not really evident from the outside, but you can kind of assume that most of these buildings are 3 to 4 stories tall. Um, the you're basically led to what seems to be a wider path leading into this little square. And you can see it from here. You can see the clock tower kind of peering up above the buildings, and you can see the end of this small road that leads to the um, center of this little town. It's not. It's not very deep. Like it's maybe 2 to 3 blocks wide. So not a lot of space here. Um, in any case, you do see a number of stalls on the road, people selling a few things here and there. Um, go ahead and make another perception check since you're now on the ground.
Alrighty. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Is there a direction that you are walking now that you're here? Are you walking towards the center, or are you just sitting still and looking around?
I'd be walking towards the center.
Okay, and I'm assuming everyone's following, or are you all doing your own thing?
I'll follow for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care.
I want to see if there's a shop that sells magical items.
Okay. Well, Jafirai, you are looking at these stalls, and there seems to be a lot of high quality items. You can see one that is a jeweler of sorts that are selling silver and gold um, jewelry. They look to be handmade, and they look to be sourced locally from what you can tell. They're not like um they're not like large production type items. They seem to be like each one looks a little different from one another. You can also see a stall that's selling silks of different types. Um, these very different kind of feeling to these. Like these are all very high class materials that are being sold from these. And obviously these are stalls, and so there's not really much variety in what they're selling. Most of them is very focused on one thing or another. You all come to the center of town. The clock tower is kind of looming above you. In a sense, it's a little weird because you can feel the shadow of this clock tower kind of resting on you. It was more obvious. It's more obvious now, but now that you're kind of feeling it out for the first time, you can kind of feel that there was this sort of feeling of the shadow just kind of nestling on your shoulder, while that's emanating from the clock tower. But from where you see the sun's not in a position where the shadow should be hitting you. So it is odd. Not really sure what would be causing something like this. Jafirai, since you're now in the center, you can see a number of different shops. They all have signs out. These shops look to be much more, a much more stable feature of this area. They seem to be probably more large quantities of items being sold from these places. And from what you can see, You can see a number of stores. You can see a place called the Gloom Vault from the corner. You can see a place called Thantool's Lost Ledger. You can see a place called the Incanter's Closet. A place called Shar's Table. Shade and Tankard. Black Chalice. And Proctive's Hearth. The first three seem to be kind of like sell of goods, whereas the last four seem to be services and possibly food and drink, maybe room and board.
Alright, so Moon Vault, Thantal's Lost Treasure, Shark's Table, Shade's Tankard. And what was the Chalice one?
The Black Chalice.
Alright. Then in that case, let's see. Going off the logic that I feel like naturally, people that work with jewelry would work with people that work with metals, like blacksmiths. I'd like to walk up to the jewelry stall, the one that was making silver and gold jewelry, and try to inquire about the location of a blacksmith.
Sure. The person kind of turns over to you. You have to walk back a little bit because it is sort of on the road towards the center of town. He turns to you and says, "Oh, I do not require a blacksmith to do my work."
Oh no, I wasn't asking if you needed a blacksmith to do your work. I was asking if
I-
you knew of one.
No, as I do not require one, I do not know one.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you anyway. Would you know anyone that might know of one?
You might try the Gloom Vault. They work with weaponry, but I do not know of a blacksmith here personally. So
All right. Well,
try the
thank
Gloom
you.
Vault.
Thank you very much for your information. Have a good day now. And then I start like walking towards the Bloom Vault if that direction was ever indicated.
Sure. I mean, it's in the center of town. It was one of the shops that you saw when you entered there.
All right.
What are the rest of you doing?
Just following.
Okay.
Trying to see
Well, if I
if
heard of what the Gloom Vault was, I would follow there too.
Okay.
And look around there when we get there.
Sure. What about you, Coman? Are you doing just kind of the same thing?
No, I was seeing if there's a shop that sells, magical items or potentially custom work for that.
Right. So go ahead. You can make either an Arcana check or a History check.
But they're both the same, so I guess Arcana. Damn. Guess not.
Okay. So from the names that you hear, you can't really tell. You could try to ask around if one of these shops, or you could just spend time looking at each one individually. If you would like to ask around, go ahead and make a charisma check. Or if you would like to just check one individually, I will roll something for you.
Yes. Try charisma check.
Okay.
Damn it.
No,
be
it's
worse.
it takes a little bit. It takes about 10 minutes because what you're seeing is that a lot of people are just avoiding talking to you. It's not like a matter of like there's people to talk to. It's just they see you, they recognize you, and they walk away. But you do get somebody who does help you and says that if you're looking for magical items, You can try Thantool's Lost Ledger. But if you're looking for something more clothing based, you can try the Incanter's Closet.
I'll head to Thantool's Lost Ledger.
Okay, so first we'll go to the Gloom Vault. The Gloom Vault, you can tell, is definitely geared towards people who are martial. As those who are there walk around, which by the way, where does Steve Orr? Who is Steve Orr with?
I'm with the group. I'm with
Well,
Jafira, Magic Guy, and
Okay,
Edge.
okay, so Coman's by themselves. Okay.
Yes.
All of you kind of see that this is a stone interior building. This is not dyed with shadow, so seems to be regular stone that you would probably find in the quarries below. But you do see that there are a number of weapons that are displayed. Mostly of just kind of basic design on a lot of them. But they're all out there for you to see. They're both on tables and on unmounting on mounts that are anchored to the wall. You see a number of pole arms that are holstered in a weapon holding rack. You do see some shields, but mostly what you're seeing are weapons. You see a gentleman who is helping out some people, who is very bald, but has a handlebar mustache that kind of trails back, or onto the jawline, and you can just see facial hair that kind of covers that. And he sort of finishes up his talk, and he looks up towards you all. And he's dressed pretty nicely. He is wearing mostly black, but he does have a white undershirt on, and sort of like a lining of black and white stripe that kind of goes around the collar of his undershirt. But he comes up to you and he says, welcome to the Gloom Vault. I can see that you are all of an adventuring nature, so you've come to the right place if you're looking for an upgrade. What are you looking for today?
I believe I'm currently looking at. Wait. Oh, sorry, my mind paused for a moment. Now I remember. Do you do custom orders?
Depends on what you're trying to get.
Well, I was looking to obtain a battle-worthy golden ended spear with the word hunt in Elvish being marked on the handle.
All right, what kind of enchantment are you looking for on the spear?
I am not quite knowledgeable in terms of enchantment. Is it okay if you can sort of like lay out the options and I can see which one sounds worthy of this spear?
Sure, let me pair you up with one of my employees who will be able to guide you through everything. And he sort of guides you over to the side and introduces you to a gentleman who looks quite studious, is definitely not dressed as well as this guy, but formal nonetheless. He is going to sit down while they don't really have chairs for centaurs, so start getting some information from you. But the bald man, turns back to the rest of you and just says, "Well, now that we've got that settled, what else can I help you with?"
Oh, you go ahead.
No, go. Like I was just gonna ask Bullsy a question, so you can answer.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if you specialize in armor and weapons?
No, we just do just weapons. You'd be mostly up here, you know. Clientele tend to be a more spell casting type. That being said, you could check out the Incantor's Closet. They sometimes have some minor change. They don't work with armor per se, but they do have, uh, other forms of protection and, uh, clothing like a cloak or, a hat or something along those lines. No, we mostly just work with strong yet basic enchantment here. As you can look, and he kind of puts his arms around, and says, almost all of these weapons are a stronger enchantment. From what you would normally get, down in the city. Most of these are just an improvement on what you could receive down there. And he kind of just describes what would be basically a +2 or a +3 to your attack rolls and damage rolls with the majority of these weapons. We do have a few. We do have a few special equipment, but that's rarer. We find that most of our sales come from basic enchantment anyway, so that's what we mostly sell. So if you're looking for a more sophisticated weapon, I can look around and whatnot, but I can show you what we have right now, but it's not too much.
Do you not need a weapon?
I'm sorry.
I say to the party.
Yeah,
No.
no. No, I have my dagger if it ever comes to it. This thing's never betrayed me.
He kind of looks
Never
over
gonna say.
at John. He says, I see you have a flame tongue weapon. Very, very, a very solid weapon. Sure. But maybe I have something that might interest you.
Alright.
And he kind of goes back, and you can see that there is sort of a counter and a number of weapons that are posted on the wall. One second. He pulls one down. It's got a. It's got very. It just looks like a regular sword, but the decoration's very nice. The crossbar has. It's kind of ornate gold inlaid into it. There's a blue and maroon. There's blue and maroon jewels that kind of crust the pommel. They're very small, but it looks very nice and very beautiful looking weapon. And he says, have you ever wanted to, have a little bit more at your disposal when you're fighting? Obviously, attacking anybody would be easy. You just swing your sword and, it attacks. But what if it's someone who is stronger than you? What if it's something that, your attacks aren't effective? Even if you are a little bit skilled in the arcane, having something that's a little bit more in your reach is good, yes?
I suppose, yes.
So he... well, he's not going to do that. So he's going to he's going to kind of pose the sword at you, kind of like an on guard stance towards you. And he is going to say, "Kneel," and I need you to make a wisdom save, a wisdom saving throw. 7. No, you cannot overcome the command as you immediately drop to your knees. And then the compulsion is kind of lifted. And it says, "I did not mean to, embarrass you. I'm just displaying what this thing can do. This is a Sword of Thrones command. It is a quite powerful weapon. It has a number of things that it can do. It affects your charisma a bit, gives you more presence on the field and in person, but it has a number of spells attached to it that you can cast per day. The command is just the simplest of them. You can cast a Zone of Truth, a Compulsion, a Banishment, or a Dominate person. A very powerful weapon to have at your command. Plus, it does, help you a little bit with the striking and the damage. But that's you can find that anywhere.
Hmm.
Steve is scratching his beard.
A very powerful weapon, yes.
Yeah.
He
Pretty
smiles.
good spells. OOC.
He smiles and he kind of just sees your interest, Steve Orr.
I would. If like he looks at me like I shake my head, it's like, yeah, no, like I'm not strong enough to wield that, but I know dominate persons or any dominate is a pretty good spell.
What do you guys think? I don't know. I probably can't even afford it, right? Like,
This would come in at 40,000 gold.
yeah, no.
Holy moly! I knew that it was gonna probably be outside of all of our price range, but I did not think
Yeah.
it was gonna be that high.
He kind of looks at you after he says that and kind of hears your reaction. He's like, "Oh, sorry, is that too expensive?"
Yeah, I'm not exactly well off. I'm just a simple adventurer, you know.
He huffs and immediately puts the sword back on its place on the wall. Well, what
This
is your
place just
price
has, like,
range?
blades, right?
It's not blades. No, it's weapons of all sorts.
So it would have like wands and staffs too.
No, these are more martial
Okay,
weapons.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I was meaning by blades. Like obviously
Yeah.
they probably would have like crossbows or bows
Yeah.
maybe, but
You do see
Okay.
like staves, but you can see that they're more like martial arts staves than they are like
yeah,
wizard
they're more
staffs.
quarter staffs. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure.
Right. And he says, "Well, what sort of budget do you have?"
I only got about like 1,000 gold to run around, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get much better than what I got. So
Is
Yes,
that
I
really
don't think you
all you have?
I don't think you can afford anything in here.
no, we were just here for
Window shopping.
yeah, with our
You can
friends there,
you
the
can see that
centaur
he
friends.
spits at the ground. As you're talking about this, his demeanor is completely changed. Uh,
I'll ask him a question. I'll ask if there's a staff shop nearby.
Look for it to yourself. And he
Okay.
excused himself.
Me and my $6,000 will look somewhere else.
Jeez, I wonder if
Jafir,
they-
$100.
Wonder if they do much business here with people working there like that.
They probably
Um,
not everyone's poor.
you see that he stops where he is walking as he's walking away, as you say that out loud, and he turns around And he says, I did not realize that they let riffraff in here these days. I did not realize that they let someone as piss poor as you walk around in our town. Huh? What we do, what you do, you come here and you insult us with these bits and pieces, bits and bobs in your coin purse. Do not talk to me about how I run my business. Get out.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, okay, asshole. I'm gonna leave.
You say that. You see that he raises his hand. The sword from the wall comes to his hand.
Oh, fuck.
And he points it at you. Hold on one second.
Oh,
You can do that.
Level 10 fireballs to the shop. Everything blows up. We all die. TPK.
no!
He doesn't do that.
My spear!
Well, I know, obviously.
The Coleman's alone, man.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, shit.
You just rolled a 1. No, I didn't.
Shit.
7.
The rest of you are watching this kind of unfold, and John disappears.
What?
Of course.
Oh my god, that's so good.
John, you are back in the darkness. The man turns to you all and says, "You are not in the lower city anymore. It'd be best that you all guard your tongue. It'd be best that you inform your friend of this. We are not so helpless that we cannot make do with ourselves up here without you. We do you understand me?"
Yeah.
Great. He snaps. John, you've spent a few seconds in the darkness. The coldness kind of seeps into your body. And then you're back in the shop. And he once again turns to you all and says, "Get out."
I draw my sword.
No,
Do
I
not
leave.
do that. do not do that. Get out right now.
No, I'm
As
pissed
soon as
off.
John would have put his hand on his sword, I would have fucking booked it. I would have like, alright, bye, and leave. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this shit. I literally just watched him just fucking banish him to who knows where. I'm out of here. Fuck that shit, I'm out.
As I spot John draw his sword, I immediately like look in John's direction and be like, "John, do not do that. That's not wise. We shouldn't cause a fight up here when we just got here."
Yeah, well, this guy shouldn't have been a fucking prick.
Because I think that is technically injustice. OOC.
What? What's injustice?
You are threatening a shopkeeper, so I think the paladin that can't deal with injustice might just
Whoa,
fucking
whoa,
spike
whoa.
you down.
My oath says nothing about injustice. It only has to do with evildoers.
Did you witness evil?
I think threatening a shopkeep would be evil, but
Yeah, a guy that
threatened
just
him
was-
first, so
He struck first. He's the one that fucking.
I guess that is true. He did banish you, but I'm out.
Okay, I gotta think about what I'm doing here.
Do you still have calm emotion?
No, well, I don't have it prepared.
The spell that's so like dumb.
I gotta think about what I'm doing real quick. Okay, an attempt to calm John down and de-escalate the situation. I'm gonna try to cast Hold Person on John Edgeblade.
Okay.
Okay, it's a Wisdom 17 saving throw, Edge.
Wisdom.
Oh my god,
No,
bro.
he
Bro,
succeeds.
so what time you roll high? Fuck!
Okay, who is going to I mean, I have to make an encounter now, so I don't. Who is fighting with John?
I'll be in the initiative. I don't know if I'll
Uh,
fight with him.
I'm
But-
gonna.
Okay.
I'll certainly be there.
I'm gonna try to stop him from doing what he's
Depending on
doing,
how it
because
goes.
threatening a shopkeep, even if he is an asshole, is definitely not a good thing in Jafirai's book.
Well, he's not threatening.
You just realized how hostile he
following
was
through.
towards me.
Yeah, I
dude.
should
Like,
have
sent me to a
mentioned that
different realm.
Anala's not with you. So
Just to give you the greatest
I am not even near the shop. As soon as I seen John put his hand on his sword, I would have fucking.
okay, so
I
Steve
would
Orr
rush.
is not. So I have Jafirai, I have John, and I have Garob in the order. Okay.
Yeah, he's not going to hell again.
Mm. Okay, we're gonna do Theater of the Mind for the actual fighting version.
Fuck.
That's my favorite map. It's got infinite
Is it
possibilities.
this? Is it...
Oh, fuck.
I could have
Okay,
technically helped now that I think about it, but
Okay, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay,
wow, that's crazy. Did
Yeah, it
you
is.
roll a 12 too?
We all rolled 12!
How many people are we fighting exactly?
Well, I'll let you know right now, because you haven't done any sort of preliminary check on what's going on, like around you. You do notice that there is now the guy in front of you, with the handlebar mustache. There is seems to be someone who is by the door who's now drawn their weapon, which is a great sword. And you see someone, the gentleman who was going to help Jafirai, seems to be looking to start casting magic at you. Let's see here. Well, it's there that caster that's like near Jafirai is going to be going first. Okay. Oh, I don't have a link to the spells directly, so let me just check this.
Oh, I forgot to re-equip my armor. Is that okay?
We don't have our armor on.
Oh,
No.
yeah, we're
I
just in
wouldn't think,
suits.
right?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
just
well-
wearing your clothing.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, he casts obliteration ray. He obliterates you.
Oh god, no! No!
I have my shield though, I imagine.
I shield obliterate
yeah.
ray.
Taking your shield out and
How long does
equipping
this
it,
last?
you can do in a turn, but you can't even equip your armor.
Okay.
turn.
The he might just end this like really quickly. How close is Garob to?
I'll probably stand it right next to
Okay.
John.
you can see that is this visible? No. He cast a spell of some sort. You have no idea what kind. You don't see any sort of effect. It is Garob's turn.
He casts a spell of some kind on his turn, and there's no effect.
Not that you can see.
I end my turn.
Okay, Jafira, it's your turn.
All right. I gotta think. Okay.
Wait, doesn't
okay.
John have the most dex out of the three of us?
I'm just going by what it says for me. I don't know.
Oh,
You
then
tell
it's
me.
alphabetical order.
I
Yeah, he
have
does.
15.
Yeah, he's 15. I have
Okay.
14. Jafiri has 13.
I don't know why it should do that
It goes
automatically.
alphabetical order for some
Oh,
reason.
you know what? It's because I had to do it manually because it didn't actually do it. So, John, go ahead.
Okay, well, Usketchy.
Okay, your sword lights a flame with the dark flames that you are used to now.
All right, I'm gonna attack the guy that's in front of me that was an asshole.
Okay, you try rushing at him, and you immediately run into a solid object. You cannot approach him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I can't attack at all?
Well, there's something in front of you. You don't know what it is.
Oh. Must have been that
but
other guy.
You can see that the gentleman is just smiling at you, almost in a goading way. The bald guy with the handlebar mustache.
The asshole. All right, I'm gonna cast grease under his feet. Can I do that?
Good question. I think that's fine. You're casting it around the bald guy.
Yeah, the guy that's in front of me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and mark the spell off.
Yep.
All right, Jafiri, it's your turn.
Wait, is that my whole turn? I thought that's just a...
Well, do you want to do something else? You just cast a spell. That's your action. I mean, you have a bonus action, but...
Can I do a cantrip?
Do you have a cantrip that is a bonus action?
It's already sketchy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
You did
yeah,
light your
yeah.
sword aflame.
Okay. I guess that's it.
Okay.
He doesn't have to make a save to, like, slip and fall or anything?
On his turn, he will.
Oh, okay.
Or if he's moving. If he's just standing there, he won't
Okay.
do anything. But...
Well, no.
Jafiri.
When grease says when the grease appears, each creature standing in the air must succeed on dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Is it? I was just going to do it on his turn. I'm just going to do it at the beginning of his turn, just so we can continue. Jafiri, go ahead.
Okay. I gotta ask a question. So since I reacted to John drawing his sword to cast hold person on him, can I do it again, like even after we roll the initiative, or what's the logic on that?
I would say that was before combat.
Okay,
So
I
if that is what you're trying to do again, you can do that. Sure.
Alrighty then. I shall try to cast hold person on John Edgeblade again.
Okay. That was a wisdom saving throw, or
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Wisdom 17.
okay. 17. He makes it.
Fuck. Okay,
That's so funny. He only passes checks against allies.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta think. Okay, I'm gonna get closer, to John, like, at least, like, I'm gonna walk up to him at least, like, a foot or two away, and then use my free action to tell him, John, there are times when a hunt is needed and when it is unneeded. Even the most vicious prey may find
Oh,
themselves
shut
in
the
need.
fuck up!
John does not seem receptive to your words. Okay. It is going to be these guys now. The bald guy turns to Jafira and says, I thank you for trying to diffuse the situation, but it seems your friend is a little out of hand. Derek, go grab the guard. And you see the other one
Doesn't this guy have to
run
make
off.
a save though first?
He does. You're right. You're absolutely right.
He says as he falls on his ass.
It was a dex save. That is going to be. What's your DC?
He's at
Apparently he has to
14.
save Dex 14.
Yeah. So as he is sort of walking towards Jafiri, you see he goes, I think, whoa, and he falls onto the ground. Uses half his movement to get back up. Yeah, he just says, he just has his sword out. He's not threatening you, Jafiri. He says, you are welcome to come back and we'll talk about your spear another time. But in the meantime, we're going to have to wait for the guard.
Alrighty.
Ipo looks at Garab and he says, as long as you don't draw your weapon, we are okay.
A nod.
And he looks over at John and he says, it's a real shame. A real shame. Okay, that's the end of that. The person casting the spell continues to cast his spell. Jafiri, what do you, or no, it'd be John's turn now. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire under his feet on the grease.
Okay.
What do I do?
I think you just cast it. I don't think you need
Your
to.
bonfire does damage.
It does.
Like that?
Yep.
Well, he has to make a dex save, or else he takes that damage. Or does it have on?
I think it's just when you
It says
stand
Dex
in it.
14 again.
Oh, is
A
it
creature, yeah, when they get hit, and then also, or they end their turn on it.
Okay. Well, they said Dex 14. Yeah, they take the full day. And then the bonfire. I said, I think it was it 2d6 or 1d6? Did I say before?
For what? For grease?
Yeah, because the grease becomes a lit.
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought that we were gonna do Alchemist Fire, which was a D4, doing like the Baldur's Gate rules. But if you want to do D6,
Oh yeah, I did 2d. No, I did 2d4. I think.
What is
I
it
think you
that
did do
Baldur's
D6
Gate,
last time, but I
actually?
think we talked through it, and then Holtz convinced you that we should do Alchemist Fire, which is a D4.
Yeah. Okay, well we'll just do a d4. So we'll get a bonus 3 damage onto that. And he turns around, he's like, he just says, "Property damage now? Oh, you child." And you can see now that he's now not really focused on you and is like more focused on the fire. Okay, anything else, John?
Do I have another action?
No, you have a
That
bonus.
was your action. I guess you could technically bonus action hit the wall if you
That's
want.
your action surge.
Yeah. True. So you can use your bonus action, or I guess you could action surge and do
Well,
another.
his doesn't
action.
use a bonus action anymore. He just has the free attack.
Wait, what?
Right?
Oh, yeah, true. That's true. Based on the rules we did last session. Unless he's gonna change that.
I mean, I was trying to say for the purpose of the
Green Flame Blade.
Green Flame Blade, that's how that works. That it was more akin to Blade Singer, not
Well,
that you can just.
It is. It's whenever you use a cantrip.
But he's
Oh,
saying
oh.
only for the melee cantrips.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might think about that a little bit more. For this purpose, you can make an attack if you wish.
Okay. Is the guy that's casting? Is he behind the wall as well? The invisible wall.
Yes.
No, you're in a snow globe.
I'm in a what?
You are literally like in a snow globe, effectively.
Well, you
are
don't you
in
don't know the shape. You just know that there's something physical barring
true.
you from moving forward from where you are right now.
Why is this a reaction? Take it when you are hit by an attack or targeted by a magical missile spell. Okay. Well, since I don't know if I can cast stuff through the wall, I'm just going to... Can I take the dodge action then?
No, you already used your action to cast.
Yeah,
Okay.
Your
you
cantrip.
used your action for your cantrip. So I'm saying you can just attack this turn. We'll just you know what? We'll say you can just do cantrips and then take an attack action if you wish.
Well, I can't
Um,
attack him if there's a wall, right?
You could try attacking
I
the
don't know.
wall.
Hit
That's
the
up to
wall.
that. It's up to you. I don't know. I'm not giving you all the answers. Like
All right, well, I'll
got to
swing at
figure
the
out
wall
things.
then.
Okay, yeah. So you're you go ahead and just make an attack roll. Oh yeah, you hit something solid. And can you see the flames kind of lick up upon this invisible wall? But you don't really feel any give to it. You don't know how effective your strike was. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
12. So you've heard of a spell like this before called Wall of Force, but you're not really familiar with it. You assume that's what is being cast, but you don't really know the details of how this works.
I'll end my turn.
Okay. Jafiri, it's your turn.
All right. I gotta think about this. I'm really not trying to attack John, but I also don't want to like do it causing more harm. And I know hold person. Well, actually, then again, I could just try to buy more time. So I'm going to I'm gonna try once again to cast hold person on John Edgeblade.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
I lost this one.
Yep. You are restrained. Do you want to read everything that comes with hold person, Jafiri?
Actually paralyzed, I think.
Let me double check. Let's see.
I think you're right.
Must succeed on wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
Okay. So
God, I
you're
could kill John Edgeblade right now.
No.
Garab?
No.
I crit doing 100 damage in one hit.
Oh no.
It's a
He's the
guaranteed
new
crit in
DPS
this
now.
range.
I am the Nile. I am the one who will judge.
Okay. Oh, real quick. I mean, so here's the thing. The only thing that's happening now, since Garab is not doing anything, and you're just gonna focus on your concentration. This guy's gonna now focus on putting out this fire. I don't think he has anything that like on his character that can do anything with fire.
Well, does it spread actually? How does bonfire work? Oh, yeah, it will ignite flammable objects in the area.
Yeah, so you can see that the fire is catching on to like the tables and stuff and some of the carpet. The grease is on fire, and you can see that he is trying to put it out now. You can see now that all the people who were like inside the store have left. It's now just all of you. in the distance, Jafira, I feel like you're the only one who would be facing. Oh no, Steve, or you can see this because you're outside. You're not participating at all. You can see that the guy with the great sword has run to the clock tower, um, and you see a bunch of uniformed men step out. They're wearing uh, all black, and you don't really see an emblem on them, but you can tell that they're all wearing matching clothing. You see four men come out and start going towards the store. Okay, John, you're paralyzed. You can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Steve is gonna try to find Komen, by the way, so that's what he's doing while this is happening.
Okay.
All right. Well, can't really do anything, right? So I have to just do the wisdom saving throw, right?
Yep.
Ape together strong.
Nope. Okay. Jafiri, you're just concentrating on the spell. Are you trying to do anything else?
Wait, can you do two things within a free action or only one thing within a free action?
I think it depends. Like, are you talking and doing something, or
Yeah,
like, what are you doing?
I was gonna say I'm very sorry for my friend and start helping him put out fires.
Yeah, absolutely. You can help him start putting out fires. Garab, you're just a bystander right now. You can see the guy is kind of just like getting really frustrated because he doesn't have really the tools to deal with this. So he's moved on and grabbed a different carpet. And he's trying to smother some of the flames from the grease and letting the bonfire like do its thing. Um,
Yeah, and I don't have create water on me, so I can't really do it.
yeah. Okay. Takes another turn. So, John, you were still paralyzed. You can make a wisdom saving throw. 11. Nope. Unsuccessful. Jafiri, you're helping the guy put out the fire. You're getting some success, but everything that's around the bonfire is catching. So, I think you would reasonably start moving anything that's flammable away from the bonfire.
Yeah, I'll do
Has
that.
appeared. The gentleman who had run away has now shown up with 4 additional people. Who are now walking in. And one of them just says, "What exactly is going on here?" And you can see another one kind of waves their hand, and all the flames immediately die. Um, the bald gentleman turns. He's like, "Thank you for showing up so quickly. This ruffian here insults my store, and when I kick him out, he tries to draw his blade and attack me. And he has caused all of this property damage now. I say we should immediately expel him from the High Market." The guard kind of looks around and just kind of takes a note. The person who had cast the Wall of Force kind of just nods in agreement. He turns over to you, Jafiri. He says, "Can you corroborate this statement?"
Yeah, so I put my arms in like a crossing gesture as if like I'm about to like bow and apologize. I am very sorry for my friend. I'm very sorry. Like I just keep apologizing like over and over.
And he turns back to the bald gentleman. He's like, "So you just this one. The rest of them are fine?" And you just kind of like, "Yeah." To be honest, I don't. Other than this horse fellow, they have no business being in the High Market. So I just say kick the lot of them out. But they at least are not so dull in the head to do something so disrespectful. He just kind of nods. He says, okay, John, you may make another wisdom saving throw. 16, not enough. He says, all right, you may drop your wall. So they, you see the you can't really see it, but you can kind of feel Garob, especially kind of the sense of being enclosed has disappeared around you as the four gentlemen come in. The paralyzed John and grab him and shackle him. John, you can feel a sense of loss with that connection that you've made. Your ability to cast spells is currently not allowed. You're not able to cast spells at this point in time. Jafiri, do you wish to drop hold person at this point?
Okay, he's handcuffed, so yeah, I'll drop hold person.
Okay. Hold person is dropped. John, do you want to do anything? You do not have your sword. You were handcuffed. You were restrained.
No, not gonna waste my breath.
Okay. Right. All right. So you are guided out. Garob and Jafiri, you watch as they start walking him out towards the edge of the city. What do you do?
Wait, the edge of the city?
Yeah, they start walking you out towards the outside of the city, of the little town center that you are.
Wait.
They're walking out towards the path that, like, not the one that you came in on, but a different one that's sort of an outshoots from the center.
I'm gonna ask before they go away with them. What do y'all plan to do with them?
Well, we're gonna hold him indefinitely until we figure out who the fuck you all are.
Alrighty then, and then I just as I learn that information, I'll just like try to like help clean up the shop since I feel partially responsible for like what transpired here.
As you start walking in, the person who had the greatsword just puts up their head and shakes their head no.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, I'm gonna try to just go with John and make sure he's all right since I am part of the reason also that he got restrained like that. So
Okay. Sure. Garob, are you following?
No,
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go find that was it Encanter's closet?
Okay. All right. So
I
Komen,
gotta go buy myself a new pair of shoes.
Komen, you have entered Thantool's Lost Ledger. You can see that there are, on top of this shop, just having lots of curios and different objects laying around. You do see that there is a number of decorations. You can see 3 pictures of the same guy just around the shop. And you see this one massive picture, like almost landscape almost, but not quite, because it is a painting of a giant floating city. Just wreathed in darkness. And you can see kind of like it almost looks like the darkness is like moving on the page, but it's not. It's just it's a very well done painting. It is obviously very dark in here. You can see that there is candles, but they are lit with like a dark flame, purplish black. There's an obvious mood that they're trying to set to the store. But due to your dark vision and dwarves having the nature of being underground in low light, you're able to see quite easily in here. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Right. Perception. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, this is a very well laid out store. So even though it's dark and everything you can see for the most part is just like out there. Um,
Hmm.
you see a number of objects. You see kind of a stand that has a number of amulets hanging on there. You do see a necklace on display that has a number of beads on it. You see what looks to be a chime of some sort. On a pedestal to the side, you see a crystal ball. And you see on another pedestal, let me get the description of this real quick because it's
Right.
kind of cool. So let me just get it so that it is described right. You see, it is somewhat skull shaped, but it looks more mechanical. It's got like metal plating like on the outside. So if it was a skull, maybe it was covered in metal plating. Definitely some more flat surfaces on there than you would see kind of like the points on the ridge of the eye. But does look like a skull. It has a sort of like a clockwork something going on underneath that you can see where the eye sockets are. Very, very interesting looking thing. For this, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Yeah, pretty low with those.
No idea. No idea what this is.
Oh, very neat. Wish I knew what it was.
But as you are looking at everything, a man comes out from behind a dark curtain in the wall, and he says, "Well, haven't had a dwarf in a long time. Welcome, welcome to Thantu's Lost Ledger. How may I help you today?"
Oh, just looking around for like some peculiar magical items. Maybe anything of an instrumental nature, perhaps, to make music with.
Right. I do have one thing. I don't
Ooh.
really have too much in the way of instruments. Instrumental magic's not really our forte here for the Netherese. But I do have one item, and they go up to a little display case, and they pull out a little chime. It's about a foot long, and it's got connected to it a chain where there's a little thing to strike the chime. And he says, "This right here is a chime of opening. So you can strike the chime, and if you are pointing it at an object within about 120 feet of you, like a door or a lid or a padlock, the chime will reverberate sound and will open the lock."
Ooh. Well, that could prove useful in some situations.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
This would run you 2,000 gold.
Oh, sounds like a fair price for something so fancy and nice.
I'm glad you
but
think so.
Not exactly what I'm looking for right now, though I might come back later for that. However, let me ask you something though.
Sure.
Do you perchance do any custom work?
I'm sorry, no. Everything that I have, I procure from vendors. I can make a request or keep a lookout for something. Was there something in particular that you were looking for?
Aye. It's always been a dream of mine to have a nice assortment of enchanted instruments. One more specifically being bagpipes that turn me invisible as I play it.
Hell yeah.
Hmm. I will keep an eye out for you. What is your name?
Oh, thank you. My name's Coleman Hardchin.
Coleman. Very nice dwarven name.
Oh, thank you.
I will make a note. Where
Okay.
are you residing?
Oh, I always forget the fucking name. Hold on. Because is it actually Reldegar's Roost? Or am I mixing that with something else?
That is something
No.
else.
Okay, I knew it. Because I have that written twice for whatever
That's
reason in my note.
where,
That's where we cleared the pirates. I remember that.
yeah. You went there.
Where the fuck
I
is it?
can tell you if you want me to, but I think you want to find it yourself.
Hold on. My notes are RP notes, as in they are how Coleman thinks, as in a jumbled mess. I'm doing Coleman's doing
Mine
a
are super
visible
jumbled,
brain bust.
too.
There's
should have a
visual
notes taking
hard
program.
thinking, trying to
so
remember where
would
he
you?
lived.
Yeah, you can make a history check.
Wait, hold on. One more scroll. Do I find it?
'Cause mine's
Orgulin's
super-
Mansion. Ah, perfect.
Okay, you got it.
There's
you got it.
one perfect scroll. Let's go. My terrible notes. Yes. After visual confusion.
And as you say that, a kind of look of confusion kind of resides over his face for a second, and then he says, "Oh, down in the lower city. Oh, I
Oh yes.
see.
We're on special mission to be not just here in the air district, but in the city in general. So that's
Oh,
our current arrangements for now.
I see. Oh, special mission. Oh, you
Aye.
must be
What?
in very high places, yes?
Well, other than literally right now, you could say tad high in some respects. Aye.
Steve Orr, at this point, you've been searching for Coleman, and you are now poking your head into Thantool's Lost Ledger, and you see Coleman talking to this gentleman.
Oh, Coleman. Did you find anything that piqued your interest?
Revenge Steve Orr. Actually, now that you mention it, there was this item this lad showed me that could prove useful, though as much as I would personally love to spend the money on it, it's more like a party decision because I feel like it'd be useful for us in general and not like singular person. And then I point at the chimes and then like explain what it does.
Yes, I agree. We'll have to ask the rest of the party when we go and find them.
Oh, okay. I feel like a nice little tool because some locked doors prove a bit more troublesome than they usually are in our line of work. So yeah. Oh, and though unless you have anything else to ask this shopkeep, do have one last thing to ask you. What's that interesting looking skull? What does it do?
Oh, this. And he pulls up the skull off from its kind of pillowcase pedestal. This is a mimmer.
A mimmer?
Right. Now, this is a bit of a unique item. So all you have to do is activate it, and you see he tosses it up in the air, and you would assume that it falls, but in fact it stays in the air. It says it's not, the most, sturdy thing, so don't go trying to attack it. But it is great if you are traveling to a place that you are unfamiliar with. For example, say the plane of fire,
Oh,
or one of the levels of the abyss.
oh,
Basically, you can ask it questions, and it will give you answers. And it wouldn't just be you; it'd be anybody within its vicinity. You can ask questions about whatever plane of you're on.
Hmm. I
Also,
see.
it does have the ability to cast once a day legend lore.
Oh, I go, oh, and then look at Stevor, and then point at, oh.
Oh,
I was quite interested. Hmm. Very niche, but I can see the very useful scenarios it being.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. So I'm not sure if you're traveling to a different plane at any time, but if it
Not
ever
on
comes up,
purpose.
yes, if it ever comes up, do know that this would be quite a useful item. It's only 4,000 gold.
Oh.
Plus, I could throw in. Uh, you know what? Actually, I have this amulet of planes here. And if you bought that for the 40,000 gold for it, I would throw in the memo for free. But that's another day. I see that you're busy. While this kind of conversation is happening, Steve Orr, in the back of your mind, you're feeling a tug towards the corner of the room. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh.
damn. 17.
17's pretty good. Give me 1 second.
I rolled the 7.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. I knew I just needed perception proficiency. Everything's changed since I've got proficiency.
You feel this tug as sort of a discreet way of your patron signaling something for you. And as you look, you can see that there are a number of like vases of bottles sort of like in the corner. And one of them kind of just sticks out to you. It is a bit different in shape than the others. It has a very intricate pattern painted onto it. It's got a very kind of wide base, but not very tall, and then a neck that starts getting narrow and narrower as you go head up. And then at the very top, it's almost like a crown for the bottle at the very top. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
21.
21.
Nice. If only Coleman can roll like that for Arcana.
You know
Plus 5 helps.
there are a number of different things that could be enchanted onto a bottle. But you have a feeling that this is more associated with a particular type of elemental. This is a very rare find, as this is an Ifriti bottle. And as you approach the bottle, you can kind of feel the tug of your patron almost trying to reach out through you to grab this bottle. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Damn. Had to feel a good number.
I mean, you're still in control of your body for the most part, but as that kind of feeling goes out, you almost like lurch forward towards the bottle. There's a very strong sense within you, almost like something is like inside you trying to break out to grab it. You're still in control of your capabilities. You're not out of control or anything like that. It's just very surprising because you haven't had something like this before. Like you've had communication with your patron and whatnot, but it hasn't really been anything too physical. It's a little surprising, but you can feel that sort of greed, and you almost share that greed for this item.
Yeah, I will not touch it, but I will point out and ask how much the bottle is.
The gentleman comes over, says, "Oh, a very, very special item indeed. That is an empty Ifrit bottle. There's no genie inside, I am afraid, but still a very powerful item nonetheless. A normal Ifriti bottle would go for, I would say, 40,000, but I'm sorry, 20,000. But this, I think I could part with for 5,000 gold. I think I can part away with it."
I don't have quite that amount of gold, but I do have some gems. Would you accept that to patch up the difference?
If the gold cost is equal, then I do not mind.
All right, then I will disappear for a slight second to grab my money out of my ring.
Okay.
And then I will hand over. Shit, God, I have too many inventories. I will hand over 4,000 gold, and then I will hand over 1,000 gold worth of gems.
Yeah, when you first appeared, he says, "You really should warn someone before you do something like that."
Yeah, sorry. I was just so
Oh, so is that the first time Comey sees that?
You've seen me do it once before.
Okay, so I'm not that surprised. Like, okay.
Because
I mean, it's still surprising. I mean, it's still surprising because they didn't give you any warning either. So
Yeah.
You literally see like straight up like Aladdin, like the genie from Aladdin, like get sucked in through the tip and like through the hole of this ring as it like kind of like cones in like this weird way. So yeah, I mean, it's weird looking for sure.
I warn someone before you do that next to them.
But yeah, no, they kind of count over the gems and they say, "All right, I think we have a deal. Please take the bottle, and a good day to you all. Come by again if you're ever traveling to a different plane of existence."
Bye. Might see you later. Have a good day.
Yes, goodbye.
Thanks very much.
Then we walk off. I was
Okay.
like, oh, wow, quite the spend.
As soon as we leave the store, I will say I'm really happy to have this, but then I also tell him, "Oh yeah, and by the way, I think the other guys might be getting arrested right now."
What?
All right, Garob, you are headed over to
Meanwhile.
the Cantor's closet. And you look outside, and it is, it's a modest storefront. You have these kind of wooden columns that kind of line up either end of the store on the outside. Glass windows, very large, that kind of show what's inside. You see a number of cloaks and other clothing features. And as you enter, there's like a dark wooden flooring. And you see a number of cloaks, mostly cloaks, just around and in different, different displays and whatnot. You see a woman who is she seems to be kind of fixing one of the displays, and she hears the door open and you walk in. She says, "Ah, hello, hello. Welcome to the Incantor's Closet. Is there something in particular you are looking for today?"
Nothing specifically, but I'm looking for maybe something enchanted that would help me in the heat of battle.
We have plenty of that. We have tons of. Most of these cloaks are enchanted to begin with. So take your pick.
Do you have
What
anything
sort
on
of
the cheaper side? I'm a bit strapped for cash right now.
the? You see that the moment you say that, her demeanor changes, and she says, "The cheapest thing we have is about 4,000 gold."
Ah, well, what is it? I expect
Well,
to get paid soon, so.
we have you said you expect to get paid soon, and her demeanor changes back. She says, "Well, we have a number of cloaks that you can look at. Over here, we have a cloak of Mont Blanc, which I don't have all the descriptions and what they do written out, so I have to type it in every time. So you can see this cloak here. It's a red cloak. It's got some like yellow outlining on the side. It says you can use Dimension Door once a day. It's a good way to escape a tight space. Over here, we have a Hellhound cloak. And that lets you transform into a Hellhound for 1 hour, once a day. It does not sound very useful, but you get great benefits for being a Hellhound. Let me tell you, I've done it once before. It's quite entertaining. But if that does not interest you, we have a Robe of Eyes. And you look over and you see kind of a dark maroon-like robe that has eyes of just different creatures kind of all around it, like just as a design. They're not like blinking eyes. But this is a very useful utility cloak. Not only does it let you see invisible creatures, it gives you ability to perceive much easier. If you have an issue with seeing in the dark, this can provide you relief from that. And if you already see in the dark, it actually enhances that ability. And on top of all of that, you can cast either light or daylight once a day. Very useful utility style cloak. I can keep going.
How much would that Hellhound cloak be?
All of the cloaks I've mentioned are 4,000 gold.
Ah,
And go ahead and make a perception check real quick.
perception. Natural 1.
Okay. Yeah, no, these are awesome cloaks. Pretty cool.
Well, great. I would like to get that Hellhound cloak once I get the cash, and I will certainly be back.
Okay. Excellent. Don't take too long. It's a popular item.
Of course. I will most likely be back within, let's say, 2 weeks.
All right. I'll see you then.
Thank you. And I leave.
Okay. As you leave, you can see that Steve Horde says, "Oh, by the way, I think the rest of our party is getting arrested."
Yeah.
I yell, what? Is it where?
We went to
I
a
will
shop
approach
and
them.
the shopkeeper was kind of rude, and John kind of seemed like he was gonna pull out his weapon.
I rub my temples in like frustration and like let's go and see what happened. If they're even still there.
You look up and you see Garob.
Oh. Hello, Gero.
Dwarf.
You shop? What are you shopping?
Oh, I was just looking for a nice cloak.
Oh,
Oh.
did you get it?
No, I'm poor, but I will.
Oh. Okay. I'll tell you about the answering chime. But Steve already did buy something. But apparently our friends are getting arrested. You know anything
no,
about?
it's only John, and
Oh.
I'm holding him for the foreseeable future. So
Ah,
Sick. Should we maybe try to help him?
we definitely should.
I think we have to, let the course of justice go through.
I mean, maybe we could smooth things out a little bit. We should at least, do a what do they call it when we visit imprisoned people? They get one of those, right?
Visitation.
Aye,
That's
visitation.
what I thought.
I don't
I
think they
just-
do visitations in jail. Maybe prison.
Regardless,
not jail.
At least they're putting him in prison and not just executing him. But also, we did just get like
He's just in a
authority to be
holding
here.
cell.
Well, yeah,
They've
but
not done
we
anything.
did just
No
get authority to be
investigation
here,
or
and one of
nothing.
us is already arrested. I think that looks bad on us as a whole group.
It
So
does.
we
It
take
is.
a group.
No. He still has the whole shadowy thing. That could hold some sway. Butter things up. But let's find Jafira and see if we
I'm scared that
can
this might
go.
prove Mallet right about us.
Bollocks! You're right. I was having so an enjoyable time. I forgot about bollocks. Our bloody work is being jeopardized by this stupid interaction. Let's find
So where's the
Jafira.
horse?
Come up with a course of direction.
Do you know where the horse is?
No clue.
Hero?
Bollocks. Well, let's check
Knowing him,
the
he
shop.
probably was with him.
Oh, there's that. We can stop by the shop and see if there's a horse there. Otherwise, go wherever John might be in prison.
Is Bolsey is Anola just wandering around by herself? Is she just doing her own thing?
She's just I actually see her. She's just kind of like posted up by near the clock tower.
Oh, okay, so then she probably knows that he was arrested.
Oh, we should probably wave.
She's looking at you guys right now, so she's just kind
Does she
of
see
like
our distress?
she's like shaking her head and stuff, just like
Okay, I'm glad it's
She's
visible.
just face palming. She's doing the normal and all that. Like, what the hell?
I guess I'll wave to her to see if she can like go towards us so we can explain what's happened.
Because that'd probably be
Oh.
the next course of action is find her.
Yeah.
yeah. She says,
Whatever,
"Oh,
no.
I saw the whole thing."
Bollocks. We should we should deal with that.
How would you let John?
see, she saw
get
the whole thing.
arrested?
She didn't think to try to put out the fire.
I was not in the store. It's not my responsibility to put out John's fires.
Well, that was OOC because I wouldn't have seen the fires,
True.
Love it.
which is why I did say OOC. But I do like the idea of just Firelady just standing outside, like, man, this shit sucks.
It wasn't me.
But bros.
All right. What do you guys suppose we try to do now? Should we
Well-
go try to find the other two, or find the other one?
Yes,
probably
we
know
might
what
have
the
to
other one
leave
is.
John here for the foreseeable future.
Well, we won't decide that yet. Let's wait until we find the horse.
Yeah, we have to get party lead's opinion.
Aye.
I know because we know he's gonna say that we can't leave no friends behind or something.
But he's a
Right,
proponent
Maybe
of
I'll say
justice.
this is the time to hunt.
Okay.
Aye.
So,
That's
you
interesting, I like
you
that.
did see kind of direction they were taking John and Jafiri following behind. So you can head in that direction if you wish.
Garib lead the way?
No, I don't want to. Yeah, you do that.
Well, you're the only one who knows where he is.
No, I don't. I have no clue. It's
Or-
only Anala.
The direction. Well, I was saying, say obviously, like I don't know where the fuck direction. I don't know the direction.
All right,
So-
follow me.
so-
Anala
so-
starts walking off in the direction that she saw.
Right.
John, or not John?
follow
Yeah,
him.
John being held off. Okay, so you all are in transit. Jafiri, it's not really that far from the city center or the town center that you're taking, or John's taken. You're sort of following. There is a larger building towards the outskirt of this kind of circular town. And as you got now to the edge and this side of the town, you can see that there are a few buildings outside of this sort of circular pattern of the town, but very few. You're not really sure what they're for. They could be residential, but they could obviously just be for something else. You're not sure. But there's also very few. Like you can count on like both hands the amount of buildings that you see outside of this area.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you can see the drop off, like where the island ends. But you kind of watched from a distance John be taken into this larger building. John, you are inside this building. Your items have been confiscated, your weapons in particular. So you do not have your weapon or shield. You don't have your armor. And you are brought in and kind of put into a chair that is like right next to a desk. And the gentleman who was part of the group that arrested you sits down across from you. And he looks at you with the two other guards on either side of you. And he just looks at you and says, "All right, who the fuck are you?"
I'm just an adventurer.
All right,
Don't
why are you
know.
making trouble, huh?
I don't know. I there's not much point in me explaining myself when my own party turned on me, so I don't really care anymore.
Well, I mean, it matters to me why you're coming here and making
Well, you're not
trouble.
gonna believe me anyway, because everybody else told you
Look,
one story. Doesn't matter what I say.
I'm giving you a chance to say whatever you want, to be truthful.
All right,
about
I'll
what
just tell. I'll
happened.
tell you what happened.
All right.
We went to the store for our centaur companion to get a new spear made, and then this other guy, he was shown to this other guy by the bald guy with the mustache to inquire about it. Then the bald guy took me over and told me about this sword. He used it on me to start. He used some kind of spell that made me drop to my knees, which was not really cool with me. But then he I wasn't there to buy anything. I was there with the group, so I didn't really care. But he told me what the price was, and I said that's too much, and he's basically insulted my poorness or whatever, and I basically said an offhanded comment on that I wonder if they actually get any actual business here with employees acting like pieces of shit. And then he decided to bring out the sword again that he used, and he sent me to some other dark dimension with it. I don't know anything about it, but that kind of pissed me off, so I drew my sword when he brought me back, and all that other stuff happened.
So you went into a store owned by this gentleman. You weren't going to buy anything. He got angry because you're at his store taking up his time when you're not going to buy anything. He might have been a bit rude, I understand, but you did insult his honor in a way. Did you not?
Called him an asshole because he was being an asshole.
You got to understand, it's a little different up here than down in the city below. A lot of these folks that own things here can trace their lineage back to before the Netherese Empire fell thousands of years ago. They're a bit more headstrong, and they can be rude because they have the right to be. You're not from this pond. You got to learn how to swim first, buddy. So this
Well,
is
if
what
I'm let go, I won't be coming back here. That's for sure.
Well, this is what we're going to do. All right. You're obviously going to have to pay a fine because you damaged the store's property. That I can't get around. But as long as you promise not to cause any more issues with, the people who own things, I can let this slide.
All right, how much is this fine? Gonna be?
I
Probably don't know
got-
yet.
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a few thousand gold, though.
Fuck.
I listen. I understand these guys can be a bit frustrating to work with. They are very. You got to realize everybody's comes from old money here. They have a very unique way of seeing the world and interacting with it, and you got to play by their rules, unfortunately. So he kind of points to the person next to you who bends down and unshackles you. You're reconnected to your magical power once again. He says, so just sit tight here for a little bit. We will figure out how much you owe, and then you'll be able to go. I think, it's safe to say that you probably should not go back to the Gloom Vault.
No.
All right. And then we're in agreement.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
And to pay them back, do I bring the money to you?
We will sort that out. You can just talk to me.
All right.
All right. So, he goes off and does something. You're just kind of left. There is someone who is kind of stationed next to you, just kind of keeping an eye on you, but you're not restrained or anything like that. And so, Jafirai, you've approached the building. It looks like a public building. It doesn't look like this is a, like a black bag site or anything like that. You can go in if you wish. Door looks open.
I shall go in.
Okay. You are approached, or you're not approached. You go in and looks just like the front of any sort of government building that you're used to. It is, it is very low maintenance. There's not a lot going on here. It looks disorganized. There's a bunch of papers just kind of like all over the place. Stacks of folders and whatnot. And you see a lady who is kind of like looking over some stuff. She looks up. She says, "Welcome to the High Market Detention Facility. What do you need?"
Oh, hello there. I'm just waiting for my friend who just been recently arrested.
Okay, are you bailing him out?
Um, I don't think there's a bail. I've been told that he's being put here on indefinite hold until they figure out who he is and what he's been doing.
Okay. Does your friend have a name?
Oh yeah, yes. His name is John Edgeblade.
John Edgeblade. All right, I will see what I can do.
He's not gonna know because that's not actually his name.
Yeah, so some time goes by. She's not moved from her desk. She's working on stuff. But you do see her kind of like talking out loud every once in a while. And after about 20 minutes, she says, "We don't got anyone named John Edgeblade here."
Oh wait, really? I followed him all the way to this building. Are you sure?
Right, we got a John Goldkeg. Is that who you're talking about?
Oh, I didn't know that was his last name. Well, yes, I believe that is him.
Okay, I'll let him know you're here.
All right, thank you very much. I proceed to
John.
stand near the bench.
John, you hear in your head, John Goldkeg, you got a visitor. It's like a horseman kind of guy. He's waiting for you.
I'm being detained still, aren't I?
You are.
Can't really do much about it.
Okay. I mean, you can reply if you wish. You don't have to.
No, I don't. That's fine.
Okay. The rest of the group come up to the building. Anala opens the
Use them
door
Thank you.
and sees Jafirai inside. You've been reunited with Jafirai. All of you. Except for John.
Oh, hey there, guys.
Managed to see if you could speak to John at all.
I asked for him. Apparently, they do have him in here, but they haven't said whether or not I could speak with him.
Okay, I guess we're just stuck waiting.
Yeah. Are y'all curious about what exactly happened so we can get things sorted out?
I think it was roughly explained to us by Gerob, right? I think we get the juice.
Alrighty then. Man, I can't believe John would attack the shopkeep like that. That's just, it feels so out, like not John to me. I don't know.
I don't know about that. He is prone to emotional outbursts, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I knew he gets angry, but not enough to attack just well, what I think of as a honest shopkeeper.
More concerned is, or more surprised that he didn't know how to act around in this area at the very least. I feel like the air around here is quite obvious on how you should, prop yourself.
Yes, I do agree in that. You should definitely hold the behavior that you manage here to a higher standard and not make any unjust outbursts.
Uh, well, hopefully it isn't too bad. Because we're kind of on watch by higher ups. So hopefully this doesn't look too bad. Not to mention we're on F3's dime basically. You know, her
you're
creatures
definitely
around the
right.
flown us here. We did ask, and she did allow us to traverse, and we're kind of ruining that right now. Right now, I'm just frustrated. There's visible frustration on Coleman's face.
Understandable. We wouldn't want to prove Malon's word right, and we can't like cause trouble for F3 either.
Oh, this guy's smart. He's
Too late for
seeing the
that.
same thing I was thinking.
So I guess we sit here and wait.
Yeah, exactly. As Jafirai starts taking out his book and writing in it a little bit.
All right.
His
It's been about an hour since John originally went in and spoke to the guy. And he comes back out and sits in front of John and just says, "All right, so, there's a few fines and crimes here, obviously attempted assault, arson, damaging of property, damaging of business, and malicious intent, and all that. Final amount is going to be 4,523 gold.
Oh my god.
So that doesn't need to be paid all right now, but just know that that does need to be paid in the next few weeks. Otherwise, we're going to have to put you in the hole. So,
Yeah.
where would you be? Where's your place of residence right now?
I've been staying in Orgulin's mansion.
All right. That name sort of kind of blows his head. He kind of passed it up at first. He says, "Wait, you're staying in the lower city?
Yeah.
What are you doing up here?"
What are you doing here? We're here on business for F3 and
Oh. All right. Look, okay. I just think it's funny because we just said we're gonna put you in the hole, and you're doing business with the person who runs it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay.
Pretty ironic.
I'm glad you said that. Look, I can take off 2,000 gold from that, so we'll just keep it 25, 23. All right.
All right.
So I still got to charge you. If I don't, they're going to get on my ass about it. And I'm sure Ethri's probably going to... I got to let Ethri know that this happened, so...
Yeah.
But, as goodwill, because, Ethri's a character. So, in any case, let's leave it at that. We were not going to have another incident, said by you. Otherwise, things get escalated a lot further.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good to meet you, John. Hopefully, you won't have to see me again.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of you who are waiting outside see John appear in the lobby area, out from these double doors. Just kind of appear. There he is.
I'll go ahead and say, "Oh, John, thank goodness you're all right."
And
Oh,
I immediately
yeah.
say, "Do you have a fine?
The fuck
Do we have
do
to
you care?
pay?"
What do you
What do you
mean?
say?
What?
Yeah,
you
I'll
mean-
pay the fine. I'll get the money.
Oh, okay.
John's
There's
gonna
a
walk
party
over.
related thing. It's like a but whatever. Since you're offering, whatever.
John Goldkeg, I got a fine bill of 25, 23 gold. Here you go. Here's the bill. She puts a paper down on the counter. Please pay that at your earliest convenience before 3 weeks. Thank you.
What?
John's gonna take it and leave.
Oh, that wasn't too bad. If that was Ziggy, that'd probably been worse.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. You all see John leave out without really acknowledging you all too much. And with that, we're going to take a break. So
all right.
go ahead and take a bathroom break, grab a snack.
Poop break and water. In that order.
All right.
Yep.
Well, she found it anyways, but I guess this is probably the best outcome we could hope for.
Yeah, I lied about the pooping, not gonna lie. Just got water. Just got water.
sandwich.
Hmm?
I got sandwich. Good food.
Wow.
Yay.
Anyway, definitely launching this just to vote, and definitely nothing else.
Oh yeah, I should have. Wait, the game's updated since I. Okay. I literally just downloaded the update and there's a new one. Okay.
Also, apparently you can like destroy the posters, and one of them reacts to you destroying it. Oh, and they're fucking vents.
Yeah, events that only
Like two
Calico
characters.
and the one of the new characters can use.
Yeah,
Among
bro,
Us.
I couldn't I couldn't Among Us.
You,
Guys, I'm venting.
you do play the Among Us character, so
I do like the little guy, the sleepy little guy.
yeah, I'm sure he'll be early too. Who's gonna be like the last one? Probably fucking. Ooh, probably gonna be Apollo, the fucking demon dude with the
Yeah.
demon fencer.
Very cool looking. Unfortunately, probably like compared to the cast, really basic. That or maybe the priest
That's
guy,
pretty
despite
cool.
how sick his
Yeah,
character design
actually, he
is.
might be last just because we've seen him already. He's been in the file. I mean, he's been in the files for a while. I guess we've not actually seen him. My God, I can vote. Cast my vote.
Work faster then. There we go.
Oh, well, you
Okay.
get votes for fucking playing the game. I forgot.
Could I- Oh wait,
So I
4
had to
votes
vote. You get votes for
per
playing.
vote.
Except for the first one, you get 4 votes.
Okay. Hmm. How does
I'm
this
gonna play
count
the
then?
roguelike.
Yeah, but maybe that's what I'm gonna do to get these votes. Who do I want to see?
Oh wait, it's just meatball.
Hmm.
Wait, that's different. Wait, that's a different thing. It's not technically.
So you don't get
roguelike.
votes for that?
It's a quick,
Oh, it's a
quick paced
bonus.
4v4 battle.
Man. No, I guess that's for future. Oh wait, oh yeah,
It's just
the
ARAM.
shadows.
It's just ARAM, pretty much. Then that's what.
Yeah.
It is.
Bet I never played League.
Oh, I've also never looked.
Or
I guess
fortunately.
it's because ARAM you get a random character. It's just League,
Oh.
but you get a random character.
And isn't it like also smaller? Like a
Yeah,
shorter
it's
game.
one lane. It's just a single lane, and then it's just pretty much just constant
Hmm.
team fights. Which is
Aram.
what I'd
'Cause-
assume Street Brawl is.
Oh, there's the fence, you bitch. So I remember
Oh, yeah, they're invisible. Yeah.
yeah, they're the shadow guys.
That's a furry. That's not her. That's the furry version of her.
Where the fuck is the furry bitch? Oh, there she is. I
That's
turned
her.
around. I went up this.
It's the necromancer.
Bruh, she's man. The furry community is gonna vote for her.
Well, she's kind of the coolest.
What are you talking about?
The new Deadlock characters.
Furry.
Ah.
Is anyone actually excited for Michael Scott and Dwight for
They're already
Fortnite?
in.
Yeah.
And Fortnite, no.
They're
Yeah,
already
I
in
was
for
just,
now.
yeah, they're already in Fortnite. But
What a
no.
what a random group
So
of people
weird.
to put into that game.
Well, see,
Who
but
are those
here's the
guys?
thing: is do you want what's more random than that? Is the fact that guess what? They're in Magic the Gathering, Bullseye.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's
they
funny.
have a secret layer that's fucking Dwight Shrew. Which was the most random thing, because everyone was like, alright, like, I can suck it up about, like, Star Trek, or, like, Lord of the Rings, but, like, The Office, that's too far. Like, what's next? Coca-Cola? It really did open the floodgates of everyone bitching and moaning. But I agree. The Office was a insanely weird thing to have.
Who?
And I guess I can't
owns
complain, because I didn't
The
complain about
Office?
Sonic or fucking SpongeBob.
So it's NBC
Oh, Sonic's
Universal that
getting his
owns The
skins
Office.
and-
So.
A crazy Ed got a fucking skin, and that's the whole fucking Ed and Eddie collab. And like Plank and a plunger or some shit.
Potatoes.
Ooh. I went to New York and I've seen the new base. Holy shit, this is awesome. This one's awesome. Can I switch themes?
Um. I'm debating on whether we should just end for the day.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is a little
Nothing-
short. It is 2 hours, but
Not
a
too
lot of
much
shit
left.
happened, and you probably have
A lot
some
of RP.
planning and thinking you need to do. So
not
I'm-
not entirely. I'm not sure. Like, I feel like I have maybe like an less than an hour's worth more of content. So I just want to.
okay.
Well, that's not entirely true, but it's like. I mean, I assumed that you guys were going to be going to the high market, so I have that like mostly planned out. Like, I have everything set for high market, but it's really if you guys do anything else.
Well, what I was going to do, I can no longer do because I'm a broke ass bitch.
Hey, after.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
fine.
I'm gonna. Yeah, let's just end for the day.
Alrighty.
All
I mean, we're
right.
still getting in this setup stage. Maybe next time we do like an extensive, long ass thing. I've also been kind of distracted and like organizing some of this shit, so that's partially my fault. But I've just been branching out and doing like other things.
It's all good. Okay,
So-
I'm gonna end it then.
Bridge variety.
Like I did